you satisfied, happy, miserable? Are you looking for love in all the wrong places? It's time for the Michelle Hughes Show, where we keep it real. Tune in daily and join our controversial topics as we talk about single, sex, and men and women's issues. And now, for the Queen of Relationships on the Michelle Hughes Show, always keeping it real. Your host, Michelle Hughes.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Michelle Hughes Show. Yes, I'm Michelle Hughes and I'm your Queen of Relationships. I'm here to give you positive information that's going to help you have better relationships. And I am so happy when I get emails from you because it lets me know that you are listening and that you are in need of relationship help. And I am your coach, and we want to thank you for coming and joining us each and every day, Monday through Friday, yes, 7:30 to 8 o'clock. This is your time to get some tips, some information that's going to help you have a better relationship. Well, you know, we always have a topic for you. And tonight, we are going to be talking about relationships being controlled by stress. Oh, that's not an easy journey to feel when we are feeling the most uncomfortable, when we are feeling pulled by many directions because someone is not meeting a need. And you can give all you want in the relationship, but if that person is not pulling their weight and helping you understand the importance of having a great relationship, it's going to make it very difficult for you to really have a relationship that's balanced. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, is having a balanced relationship. But not only that, having a relationship where you both understand what stress is. I'm going to read a quote, and it's by Catherine. And it says here, how we perceive a situation and how we react to it is the basis of our stress. If you focus on the negative in any situation, you can expect high stress levels. However, if you try and see the good in the situation, your stress levels will greatly diminish. That's a powerful word, what she just gave you. Because if we dwell on the negative and not try to figure out, well, where is this negativity coming from? Why are we feeling stress in this relationship at this moment? And the only person can answer those questions would be the two of you. But if you never talk about it, if you just keep skirting it, think it's going to go away, oh, he's going to get better, oh, she's going to get better, she's going to come around. Well, maybe she doesn't even know that this situation is bothering you. So if you never talk about it, I can guarantee you it's not going to go away. And these are the things that we have to talk about to make it better. If you want stress to be eliminated from your relationship, you have to talk about it. If you don't talk about it, you are going to find yourself feeling, oh my God, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? And so that's why we're here tonight, to delve into those areas that you know that's bringing you the most discomfort. And so I have some things that maybe you might be saying, well, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Michelle. Well, stress in your relationship can be caused by, I'm going to give you 7 areas that we're going to talk about that can cause some stress. You can cause stress by having, 1, arguments, or 2, you're shouting. You're not talking to one another, but it's like he's screaming, you screaming, and no one's listening. 3, criticism. 4, it could be an illness that's causing stress. Maybe one of you realize that maybe in the relationship someone is not at their best health, and so now it's bringing stress into the relationship. Or 5, death of a loved one. Maybe one of you all have lost someone that you cared about, and it's bringing stress into the relationship. Or abuse. Maybe they know someone who's being abused, or maybe you're being abused in the relationship, so that's bringing on stress. Or 7, someone's cheating on the other person while you're in the relationship. Now that's going to bring stress because the 2 of you are not married, and so therefore you are feeling the stress that you shouldn't be feeling, because you can leave anytime you feel like it, but this person, you're finding out that their behavior has changed. And so you're trying to figure out, well, why doesn't he call me like he used to maybe during his lunch hour? Or why isn't she cooking dinner like she used to when I come home from work, and she would invite me over to her home and she would have dinner there for me? She's not doing those things like she used to. So you start seeing a little behavior changes that wasn't there previously. I'm going to read what Maureen says. She says, stress is not what happens to us. It's our response to what happens. And response is something we can choose. So we can choose to how we respond to the stress that you are feeling at that moment. You can decide to say, I'm going to talk about it, or I'm not going to. Like many people, they don't deal with it, but it doesn't take away what's happening to you, especially if you feel that you are being given or being treated in a way that you're not really happy about. And so that's not going to make you feel good at all. What about when a person feels like they're being manipulated? This is not going to help the relationship stay healthy or balanced. So what you have to do is you have to begin to balance the relationship out. Each partner is essential in making the relationship work for each other. It's not a you do, I do this and you don't have to make me feel better. No, we all should be helping the relationship grow. And so some of the behaviors that we have to get away from is we have to stop allowing these behaviors to take root in our relationship. One is selfishness. Selfishness will deteriorate any relationship. If one person is always thinking that the other person is always having to meet their needs, then that person's going to feel kind of slighted in some way because they feel like they're always giving and you're not participating. So somewhere you got to begin to say, either I want this relationship to work, and if I want it to work, I got to do away with the selfishness. It's not going to help us. It's not making our relationship better. If anything, it's taking away from the relationship, the selfishness. 2 is being a victim. Sometimes we feel like we're the victim in the relationship. That victim mentality. Oh, woe is me. I'm always the one doing everything. You don't participate in anything. You don't do anything. You don't help out in any way to make this relationship work. That's a victim mentality. 3 is being a doormat, where you feel like I'm just a doormat. This person's taking advantage of me. Whatever they want, they get, and they never try to meet my needs. And so if you feel like you're the only person who's meeting the needs of the relationship, somehow you're going to feel like I'm a doormat or a pushover. Number 4 is pushover. Same difference. You feel like I'm a pushover for whatever they tell me. I agree just to keep the peace in the relationship. Or 5, the other person's not being a giver. You feel like you're always giving because they're never giving. Or 6, unrealistic expectations of you. They want you to just run mountains over everything while they sit back and just enjoy the ride. Or 7, disappointments. And 8 is resentments. And so when you go over this list, you'll begin to see yourself in some way, you see. But this is what I believe, that if you are distressed by any